Good morning. It's Sunday and we're gonna just show you a typical day in the life. Starting with Charlie working on his Porsche.
Hello. Got it going.
Look at all the cats. Nice.
I'm gonna run it for a bit.
So typically we kind of just start off like doing whatever needs to be done first. We check on the animals, we do whatever's around the house, but we always make it a point to go open up the greenhouse and do our little morning duties. So we're just gonna take you on a ride.
Some tea to enhance the seedlings because they're looking a little yellow. So we're gonna use this sample we got from the hydro store, algae extract. It's got nitrogen, nitrate, soluble potash, pretty mild stuff. And then this is an AMINO treatment, basically the same stuff. You know, it's just a couple samples we got from the store. Gonna add a couple milliliters to the sprayer we got. Not too much. Cheap, that's all you need, nothing special. Give it a nice shake. You're good to go.
So we probably feed our seedlings and our plants a couple of times a week, just with any samples that we have, or Sometimes we'll go down to the beach and get some kelp and put it in water and just make our own little tea brew, and then we dilute it with water after it sits for about over 24 hours. So there's a bunch of different ways you could feed your plants. We just like to make sure they're getting that extra nitrogen and anything they need when they're starting off, and it makes them really healthy and their root systems get really strong, and typically all of our plants just boom. So it's a little tidbit, and we're on to our next activity. It is so small in here, but it is so cute.
So awesome. Imagine riding or taking a road trip in this thing for multiple days and sitting back there. That's what I did when I was a kid.
Here's the back seat. So we just want to show you guys like typical day. Everyone escapes. Oh, got a new hole. We're gonna fix this fence up a little bit and just make it so that they can't escape, even though they will again, and we'll get back to you. So we're in the horse trailer right now, and this is one of the mama chickens who disappeared from the flock for about a month. And we didn't know where she was, and she ended up coming in this horse trailer on the property and staying in here where we had some old hay from the fire season, and she had a bunch of little babies. She's an Americana, and Charlie and I were just out working one day and heard a bunch of little peeps, and it was all of her little chicks. I counted 17, but it looks like she's still having some more. So we gave her some water and we're giving her food and just checking on her, but just kind of letting nature do its course, and it is so beautiful to see. So I'm going to start off with a clean little pair of trimmers like this. You can use really whatever you want, but these work pretty easy to get the nice little thin stems of the poppy, because they do have really thin stems, and it's easy to think you're clipping one and accidentally clip the stem next to it, which hasn't bloomed yet, and then you're screwed. So I just like to bring water in like a mason jar. It really doesn't matter what you use as your vase, but just make sure it's really clean and that the water's fresh, because you don't want to reuse a vase over and over without cleaning it out and making sure it's clean enough for you to like drink out of it. You don't want it to be dirty or just have that residue, so it'll just help your vase life for your cut flowers just last longer and stay bloomed and just be clean and healthy. So we just start by clipping at the base of the plant, and it's just super simple with these poppies, and just kind of go around. Right, so here you see it's about 1 day's worth of some poppies in our little hoop house, which is really mini compared to our other rows behind us, which are about 45 feet long by 3.5 feet wide. These poppies are really great because they're easy to grow. They bloom every day. They give you the beautiful, bright pastel colors, and they have really long stems. So they're great for bouquets, especially during the spring, because the stem, again, super long. If you have a nice flower frog, it's easy to make it just pop up and it stands kind of tall. So they're great to grow in the garden and just have around. You really don't need any filters or editing when it comes to these flowers, because they just are the most beautiful colors ever. So yeah, we just like to do this every day and make sure we're promoting new growth in the garden and making sure the foliage is getting nice and healthy, and that all the energy is spent on regrowing instead of just keeping these guys alive. Here we have some ranunculus, bells of Ireland, and zinnias. More zinnias. It's probably going to be 75% zinnias when these are blooming. Variety of different colors. And this row is about halfway planted. We have a couple zinnias here. We have some Queen Anne's lace. We have some cosmos. We have some vegetables in the very end of this row, but pretty much the rest is left unplanted because we have a lot of stuff in the greenhouse to transplant. Hello, We're out in the garden again, and we're going to pick some of the oranges that fell off of this giant orange tree and go throw them in the coop and give them to the pigs and the chickens and see what happens. So here we go. All right, let's see how Laverne and Shirley like these. All right, guys, we hope you're having a wonderful Sunday and staying safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon.